All right, how you doing, man? I'm going to give you guys some street fighting tips one-on-one on how to defend yourself in case of a rural, suburban, or inner city situation. A lot of people have misunderstandings about street fights. Usually they last about, I don't know, average of 15 to 27 seconds and they end up on the ground. So if you're not trained in formal jiu-jitsu, I'm a standardized international white belt in all types of martial arts. And I'm an amateur boxer, trained for about 2 weeks. I'm going to teach you guys at home how to survive in this sick world that we're living in. So, first things first, when you're in a street situation, you want to keep your hands about here. You don't want to seem very threatening, you know what I mean? Just kind of keep your hands about, you know, right here in this general vicinity. So in case something happens, you're ready to strike at a moment's regalia, and you have your defensive standard situations. Another thing you always want to do is you want to keep your chin up and out. And that way, in case they punch you, your chin with 87 nerve endings in most human philosophical beings, that is an area where you can get knocked out very easily. So you want to keep your chin out and you don't want to clench your teeth. You want to put your tongue like this. So if you do get punched, you are most likely to sever the tongue muscles and lose the fight. Another thing you want to do is dance around a lot, you know what I mean? Make your head a moving target, make yourself elusive, you know what I mean? Make yourself, you know, very difficult to hit. So, you know, I have snake-like reflexes, so some of you at home might not be able to understand what I'm doing, but, you know, you kind of come in like this, And another thing you want to do is intimidate your opponent by acting kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Crazy usually wins in street fights. There are no rules. All is fair in love and war. And the first thing you want to do is act kind of crazy, you know, be like, I'll suck your dick, you know what I mean? They'll be like, whoa, what the fuck? And all of a sudden you come in with a right hook, fight's over, you win, you leave before the cops come. Another thing you want to do in a Serengeti street fight is you always want to have, if possible, a lot of your friends with you. That way, in case you're getting your ass whooped, they can help you out. I've seen this happen several times before. It's called having backup. Now, you don't need any weapons in this situation. I don't, you know, recommend you use a weapon because then when the law gets involved, you're dealing with all other types of assault with a deadly weapon. I mean, a golf club could be a deadly weapon. So this is just a few standardized tips I'm going to give you. Another thing is you always want to remember your elbows, okay? Remember your elbows. These are your friends. Elbows are your friends. These guys are sharp. They're witty. I have very sharp, you know, knife ginsu elbows. So if you can imagine, you know, me coming at you, I could take you out just like that. You know what I mean? Before you know, you're like, hey, what's going on, man? Elbow to the dick. You're down. So stay tuned. I'm going to be continuing to give you guys survival street mechanisms. Stay tuned. I love you, but stay out of trouble.